Everyone, it's Sherry. I hope that you're having an awesome day. More fabulous file folder crafting. Stay tuned. Welcome to my channel. I am so glad that you decided to stop by, and welcome to all of my new subscribers, and thank you to everyone who is supporting me in so many positive ways. Today we are doing more file folder crafting. So if you have made an investment in decorative file folders to keep in your stash, y'all, I promise you, this is the channel to watch for some of the most innovative ideas on ways to use those decorative file folders in your paper crafting. Today is no different. So I'm holding today's project, and yes, this was once a file folder. Even the box inside was a file folder. I'll give you a closer look in just a minute, but y'all know what time it is. It is time to make one of the most beautiful file folder projects you've ever seen. Stay tuned. All right, y'all, so here's a closer look at today's super awesome file folder craft. It is a very useful slider box. When finished, it's going to measure 4 1/8 by 6 1/8. And on the front, I took some scrap and just made a little pulley. And when you pull it, it opens up to this. So depending on the file folder that you're using, your inside will be very decorative. So here is the file folder collection that I worked with to make this box. I used a Bless This Home collection that I found at currentcatalog.com. I'll have currentcatalog.com linked in the description box below. This is a non-sponsored video. I just happen to love their file folders. They're so easy to work with, and they make the most beautiful, beautiful projects. So here's what we're going to need to make this one. It is going to be very simple. We're going to need a piece of scrap that measures 1/2 inch by 3 5/8. Then I have the box part of this, and it measures 8 by 10. And then I have the slider jacket. This measures 11 3/4 by 8 1/8. So even if you don't have file folders, you can make this project. You need a piece that is 11 3/4 by 8 1/8, one piece that is 8 by 10, and then a scrap piece that is 1/2 inch by 3 5/8. That's all that you need. All right, so I had already cut out several patterns to work with, and I think I'm going to go ahead and use another one from the Bless This Home collection because I like the way they work together. So we are going to start by making the box. And to make the box, we're going to score at 1 and at 2 on all 4 sides. So that's 1 and 2. And then we are going to fold and burnish all of our scores. And for those of you who have been with me for a while, you will recognize this method of making boxes as a method that I always use when I want to reinforce a box without adding chipboard to that box. And for those of you who are new to my channel, you'll see what I mean in just a minute. So I'm going to flip this over so that we can work on this side. We are going to have 3/4 pieces on all 4 sides that we need to get rid of. And so I'm going to go up to the second score mark because I want to free this center section. So then I'll angle in here as I'm cutting. I'll angle here, and I'll angle here to remove this piece, and then I'll cut. And we do this on all 4 sides, so I can angle in here, and here, and reduce. Same thing over here. So I'll go up to that second score mark and drag straight down. And now I have freed up the side of my box. I can angle here, here, Angle here to remove that and reduce. Same thing on this side. So let's angle to remove this piece. Angle, angle, and reduce. So now your project piece should look like this. You will notice that on these two longer outer panels, they're angled going in. We're also going to do the same thing on the shorter ones. So we're just going to go to that outer flap and angle in. That just makes it easier to fold over this outer flap to the inside of your box. And so now I'm going to bring in my Reptile adhesive, and we're going to place adhesive on our tabs. And for those of you who are waiting on more Reptile to show up on Amazon, I did get a text from my friends at Reptile this morning letting me know that they have shipped some replenishment adhesive to Amazon. Now, for those of you who are in climates where it's not freezing, once you see it show up, go ahead and place an order. For those of you who are in areas where there is still freezing or the possibility of freezing, you might want to hold off on placing an order until the weather warms. So I am just going to take my tabs and go ahead and put my box together. And when I'm putting my box together, y'all, the key to a well-constructed box is making sure that your edges are nice and crisp. And if you're making this type box, this score mark should be even with this score mark as you're going around. No box will be perfect, but if you take the time to do the little things right up front, then you're going to have a well-constructed box. So all I'm going to do is fold those flaps back. I'm going to take my glue, and I'm placing my glue on the inside of these flaps. And then we're simply going to take these flaps and fold them in. You can already see what a wonderful slider box this is going to make. If you're planning a small wedding, this is a great little party favor that you can give. So I'm going to take my pieces, fold them in, grab this little stick here. You might find some rub-on packs that have these little sticks in them. Don't throw them out because they come in very handy. And we're going to do the same thing over here. We'll fold over this piece. Go inside. Get that stuck. Fold over this piece. And get that stuck. And then we're going to take that piece that measures 1/2 inch by 3 5/8, and we're just going to give it a curl. Then I am just going to pinch in about 1/4 inch on both ends. Add some glue. And then I'm going to take this and just place it down. And I wanted to make sure that I had that nice little bow of my paper in the front so that you'll know to pull. And that is so sweet. So we're going to set this to the side and we're going to make the jacket. So I have my scoreboard, and on the 8 1/8 inch side, we're going to score this at 1 1/8 and at 7 1/4. Then we're going to rotate it to the 11 3/4 inch side, and we're going to score at 4 1/8, 5 1/4, 9 3/8, and 10 1/2. And then we're going to fold and burnish all of our scores. And so now we're simply going to free all of our tabs. So you'll go up to that first score mark, free those tabs. Then you're going to have a corner tab here. We need to remove that. And you'll have a corner tab here. We need to remove that as well. So on the end of your box where you scored at 7 1/4, you want to go ahead and just angle all of these tabs. So what I did was I angled all the way across on the end where I scored at 7 1/4. The end where we scored at 1 1/8, we're only going to angle the small tabs, not the wide panels. So your piece should look like this. We are going to go ahead and take this and put it together. So this is the glue flap. So I am going to place my glue on my glue flap, being very generous. Now I'll take this piece and I'm just going to match it to this end. We'll get that stuck. And on the end where we angled all of the tabs, we're going to go ahead and take some glue, place it on those flaps, and we're simply going to fold these in. Here we're going to fold that in and get it stuck. And we'll go all the way around the front of this box and do that, because this is the front of our slider box. My opening is going to look like that. Now with the back end, we're going to actually close it like we would a box. So I am going to fold in those tabs. And I think I want this to be the top. So I am going to take this back piece, fold it like that, and then I'll add some glue. And we're going to get this stuck. See if my bone folder will go in there and help me out. And so there we have our nice little top to our box. So I am going to take my drawer, place it in the box, and look at that, y'all. Look at how gorgeous that drawer box is. It's closed on the back, but if you want to leave yours open on the back, all you have to do is take those tabs and glue them in just as I did this. And that's exactly what I did on this one. So this one is an open-ended slider. This one is a closed-ended slider because I have the stopping point here at the back. And y'all, it doesn't matter which one you choose. It's going to be beautiful no matter what. So now we can open this, and again, we have that beautiful inside, just as we do on this one. Y'all, we are making these boxes very inexpensively, but look at how high-end they actually look. And we're making them using file folders. So I know that a lot of you have made investments in beautiful decorative file folders, and there are so many things that we can do with them. They're paper, so we should just treat them like we would paper. Let's say you're doing a milk carton craft. Don't worry about using cardstock. Why not pull out one of your decorative file folders and make a whole series of well-coordinated milk cartons? But these are just adorable. And when finished, they measure 4 1/8 by 6 1/8. So you can get all types of goodies in these little slider boxes. Or if you want it, you can stack them, or you can crisscross stack them, however you want to do it. But I think that these are just so stinking cute. And I know that you guys are going to have so much fun making these. But remember, if you don't have file folders, don't rush out and buy file folders. This will work with your cardstock as well. I would recommend using a medium weight to a heavyweight cardstock if you are planning to make these cuties. So guys, I hope that you have enjoyed today's awesome File Folder Craft. If you have, please hit the like button. If you are not a subscriber to my channel, I would love to have you join this amazing online crafting family. You guys, as always, please be safe, be kind, be the reason someone's going to smile today. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.